Hello, and welcome to the CUP Ringside, where we give you the best seat in the house on all things WWE. And we are here talking Backlash. Yes, we're recapping everything that happened in the show last night. We're here to talk about it, and I'm excited to talk about it. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Per, I am drinking on a little bit of water, by the way, because hydration is important. So drink your water, people, but don't throw the water bottles. Don't do that. Mm. And I have my cup mug here. Me here all by myself. I think I have a panel full of cup mugs, so party over here. And you can get your cup mugs at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, so there are no excuses. Get your cup merch, period. Woo! So we are here. I'm here by myself. Everybody has some things going on today, so it's okay. The show must go on. And if it gotta be me, it gotta be me. And I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to spend some couple of minutes with me talking about Backlash? Hello. But we're gonna do, and I'm gonna do just that. But before we do, I need y'all to do me a favor: hit the subscribe button on this channel and all of our channels across the Cup Network because we are on a mission here to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. Because once we hit 1,000 new subscribers, we can have a lot of more fun things to do, open up our creativity to give you better content, and have a lot more time to do things that's fun and exciting, and we just need your participation to just hit the subscribe button. That's all you got to do. No big thing. It's free. It takes a millisecond to do it. So hit the subscribe button on this channel and all three of our other channels. Um, in the Cup Network. If you're a fan of drag or drag race, we have At the Cup Pod. This is the place you need to be. If you're a fan of competitive television, game show, competitive reality television, that the Cup TV is where you need to be. And if you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, at the Cup ESC is the place you need to be. And Eurovision is popping off this week because it's Eurovision week. So it's all the things are going on right now. So that's the channel that is really popping off right now. TV is doing all right. We're slowing down a little, but we're gonna pick right back up in the summer when all the new shows start popping off again. So don't forget to hit those channels. And of course, All Stars 10 is happening on the Drag channel as well as Morby Drag. So all of our channels are putting out content on a regular basis. So go subscribe to all those channels if those are the things that you're interested in. Um, you could subscribe to any of those channels and uh, follow along. Also, if you need to listen to us on the go, our audio podcast links is in the description below as well. You can go down there and click that link. Follow us on all of the where you listen to all of your podcasting needs. And our Patreon link is down there as well. If you would like to get some exclusive content that doesn't come out on the channel, some early access things that comes out, you'll see it before anybody else, or some fun little things that we're going to be doing behind the scenes where we're not talking about WWE or competitive reality television or drag or Eurovision Song Contest. We got some fun things going on in our Patreon, so join us for all of that. We would really, truly, truly appreciate if you would join us. That would be great. So make sure to do all of that, and we would appreciate it. So So let's get back into it. Let's get ready. Let's get started on everything. Let's get into Backlash. Because it was, I will have to say, the show was more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I personally was not super excited about this show. I was not. I'll be the first to admit it. I admitted it in the prediction show that we did. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But I was not that excited about this this backlash. I was like, I don't know if it's going to give what other backlashes have been giving. This card didn't excite me as much as just on paper. Like it didn't excite me. I wasn't like, oh, I can't wait for this. A couple of matches, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good match on the mid card. I guess I'm like, it's gonna be a good one of the good matches on this card, but I wasn't looking forward to this match or this backlash. I was just like, yeah, yeah. But I will say it was a lot more interesting than I thought it was. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. It was certain things that I liked, certain things I didn't. But of course, as that's to be expected. We're not gonna enjoy every single aspect of every pay-per-view or PLE. But I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I am shocked. And before I jump into all the recaps, whatever, I have to say shout out to Lewis who gave his predictions from the Cup panel and has won with a perfect prediction. He predicted every match correctly. So shout out to you, Lewis. You won this backlash predictions on the Cup panel. In his words, he's going to take this and retire because he's the last real predictions winner ever. So, yeah. And also, Brooke has wanted me to mention that since they're not doing the King and Queen of the Ring this year, Brooke is forever the King and Queen. Brooke is forever the Queen of the Cup. I'm the queen of the cup. If we're gonna be honest, I'm the queen. I'm the queen, the diva, the empress, the end all be all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, shout out to Lewis and Brooke for those, you know, victories. Victories. Absolutely. But let's get into this because Backlash was something else. And let's start off with the first match of the night, which was the match I was the most excited about. And I said it was going to be the highlight match of the night. And honestly, I think I was right. This was a really good match. This was a really good match. From beginning to end, I thought all four of these competitors put on a show. It was so good. It was entertaining the entire way through. Good spots, good like we y'all. I felt like each one of them did something that made me go, "Oh my god!" This was like they were like, "We starting the show off. We gonna start off right, and we want to make sure that everybody is primed and ready for the rest of the show." And they did that. This was such a good match. I enjoyed every little thing. And what I thought would happen actually kind of happened because the animosity between the four of them is a great dynamic, but the animosity between like Drew and Damien and like Jacob and LA Knight, it's all it's crazy, but I felt like the two sets of issues will like split up and they will deal with each other, which is what we saw. We saw Damien and Drew basically just go off like they totally forgot about the rest of the match at one point, and they were just focused on each other. And we saw Jacob and LA Knight just going back and forth and going back and forth. All of this was really good. The tension was good. The build up was good. The fight itself was good. All the moves that we saw claymores and we saw spears and top ropes and flips and moonsaults and like everything. They threw everything that they had in this match. I personally enjoyed it so much. I was like, this is really, really good. Um, I never like I didn't doubt it because I knew it was gonna be good. I just knew it was gonna be good, but it was it lived up to my expectations and more. I was very happy with it. I was very happy with this match. I love seeing when everything did go off the rails and we saw Drew and Damien going out into the crowd and they're fighting amongst themselves. They're fighting each other, and they um they end up on top of the, I guess, the soundboard or whatever that was that they were on, and they would end up on top of that, and we saw them both going through the table. I mean, we've seen that spot a lot, but it always excites me. It always excites me. I loved it. Um, it was just a good match all the way around. I enjoyed every second of it. But then we had um, LA Knight and Jacob Fatu going back and forth and going at it. But then we see Solo come out, and he is like taking out LA Knight because LA Knight was about to, well, he pulls Jacob from the table because LA Knight was about to splash him through the announce table, but he moves Jacob from the table so he doesn't get splashed. And all of a sudden, we see this big guy just come out and just boom, it hits LA Knight, smashes his spine against the ring post, just like do all this stuff, like beat the crap out of LA Knight. And I'm like, who is that? So I'm thinking, is it another, you know, an Oahi? Is it another Fatu? Like, who is this? Like, we've been hearing like rumors of different board members of this family to come into WWE for so long. Like, we've been hearing about Zilla, and we've been hearing about other Anoahis and other Fatus and other members of this bloodline to come into to WWE. And so I'm like, is this another one? Who is this? Come to find out, because like even Wade Burns like, who is this? I don't know who that is. And Michael said, I know exactly who that is. That's Jeff Cobb, and he is one of the sought after free agents in the, in the business. And this man is huge. This man is massive. Now, I am not going to sit here and pretend to know that and pretend to act like I know who Jeff Cobb is and I follow his career. Have no idea. But he was impressive in this moment, and it made me go, now I want to find out more about this Jeff Cobb. So I'm interested in finding out who he is. What is his role? Is he Solo's new, right hand man where Jacob used to be? Is he about to be a problem for Jacob? Which I think he is. I think he's about to be a problem for Jacob. I think this is Solo's way of getting back at Jacob for, saying, I don't need you. I'm all gas, no brakes. With or without you, I'm getting this belt. And he going out and doing it. I think this is Solo's way of getting back at Jacob. So bringing somebody in just as big, just as rough, somebody just as tough. I think this is about to be an issue. And if this is about to be the feud that we get with Jacob, kind of excited. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited. I want Jacob to be victorious because Jacob is my favorite wrestler right now. One of my favorite wrestlers right now. So I want Jacob to just eat this up. But I want it to be competitive. I want it to be fun. I want to see the back and forth. I want to see the beatdowns. I think this is gonna be tough. I think this is gonna be great. But at the end of the day and all of that, and we saw Jacob take advantage of Jeff Cobb beating up LA Knight, and Jacob remains the United States champion. Good on them for Jacob. I'm excited about that because that's who I wanted to win. That's who won. So yay for Jacob. This was a good match all the way around though. I was not mad at this match. I was very happy with this match. This match was good. This match was good. Let's move on to the next match of the night, which was for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and it was Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. This match I wasn't excited about. I wasn't. But this match was so good. I was so shocked, but not really, because these are very talented women and they know exactly what they're doing and they do a really good job. So I was shocked, but not really, because come on, they're really good. But this was such a good match. This was so much better than I anticipated. Like, it was good, and it was not a lot of, foolishness happening, not a lot of shenanigans going down with the match. It was just a straight match. And we had, of course, a little thing, thumbs in the eyes, and, Becky trying her best to, take out Lyra. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be easy, me included. I won't say a lot, but I was like, this is going to be, they didn't bring Becky back to lose. So Becky's about to win this belt, and Lyra's going to they're going to go back and forth for it. But I'm just like, this was so good. This was just good. I was like, oh, they are doing it. They are giving. They were giving in this match. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, girl. All right, y'all. Do it, work. They are just another reason of showing how strong this women's division is and why they need to put more respect on this women's division's name, because these women come out night after night and they give and they give and they give. And this was so good. It was points where I was like, okay, Lyra's got this. Okay, no, Becky's got this. Okay, no, Lyra. No, Becky's got this. Becky for sure has this. Becky has this. Becky's going to win this match. All right. No, that Becky did not win this match. Lyra wins this match and immediately is attacked by Becky because it was so quick. Like, the ending was so quick. It felt a little rushed. I am no lie. They felt a little rushed at the end. But it was so good. And Lyra pulls it out and Becky quickly attacks her. We think Lyra might have a broken nose and her wrist might be broken or sprained, because Becky would not let go of that armbar. But it was so good. I was so impressed. I thought, yeah, these women came here to show y'all why they are at the tops of their games in their division. And they ate. Not gonna lie, they ate. I enjoyed it. I was here for it. I love this match. I thought it was such a good match. Um, I already like Lyra, but I feel like it just put a little stamp on it. I mean, we had the whole Becky was taunting Lyra's fiance with Lyra in front of her. I was like, oh my gosh, not that. It was like they gave it all. Becky took the heel. I mean, we've seen heel Becky before. Always knows how to kill it. She continues to kill it. Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch for a reason. She is the man for a reason. I still enjoy Becky Lynch. And shout out to Becky for putting it out there, like, stop asking women to step aside for the new cats when y'all don't do that for the men. Nobody is asking Roman to step aside. Nobody's asking CM Punk to step aside. Nobody's asking her husband Seth to step aside. Nobody's asking John Cena to step aside for the new talent. We're not doing that for the men, so stop doing that for the women. They can stay as long as their bodies feel like they can do it. And if they on top of the game for the longest time, well, new girls, step up. But ain't nobody gonna just step aside just because we have new talent. You gotta earn that too, just like everybody else. So stop doing that, and stop asking them about that. Reporters, media, stop asking them about that. Stop asking them when they go step aside for the new talent. New talent gotta earn it just like everybody else. Point blank in the period. So there we have it. But that was a good match. Let's go on to the next one, which was our Intercontinental Championship between Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Penta. This was a good match. I enjoyed this match, but everything that I thought would happen in a match with the Judgment Day is typically what happens. Um, we see one thing. We see we see Dom and of course the rest of the um Judgment Day comes out eventually, because of course, why wouldn't they come out eventually? That's what they do. Um They come out and try to cause distractions um, for Dom so they can do what judgment they do. Nothing surprising here. Nothing about that surprised me or anything else. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, typical what we expected. And it's just more of the same, more of the same. Nothing surprising, nothing different. Just Dom cheating, and then the ref caught him. The ref caught him, and the ref was like, you know what? All three. We did see now. Hold on. Before I sit here and act like nothing happened out of the ordinary, we did see Finn, of course, be a little hesitant in helping with the cheating. He went to get the chair, or he hesitated a little bit to grab the chair, and he, he didn't. He looked like he didn't want to get it, but then he eventually went and got it, and then he came back. And by the time he came back, the referee saw him, and it was like, "Oh no, and you, out of here!" So he kicks them out, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, no!" Tom was like, "Wait, no, wait," but he kicks them out. But um, by that time, Um, Penta is look. Penta did what Penta does. Penta flew through the air like nobody's business. He flew through the air. He was hitting moonsaults. He was flying out the things. He was doing death. Um. Uh. Going through the ropes. Death dive through the rope. What one thing that impressed me though, I will say, something that we don't usually see when we see these when men and what we usually see when the women in a couple, when they're in a couple, we see the women would do the men's finishers or things like that. We usually don't see the men doing like the women's finishers, and we saw Dom doing Oblivion in this match, and I was like, oh, huh? Okay. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it because it's like it shows that her finisher, her move is just as good as his 619 that he took from his dad. It's just really good, and so he did an Oblivion, and I was like, okay, work, Dom. I like that. I liked it. I enjoyed seeing Dom pull off an Oblivion in the match. We don't usually see the guys in the relationships pull off the women's moves that they do. So it was nice to see. It was nice to see. Um, but he did that, and with all these distractions and things like that, we did see Dom continue to and still hold on to his Intercontinental Championship. Very happy about it, honestly. I enjoy a Dominic Mysterio Intercontinental Championship run, so you will never hear me complain about a Dominic Mysterio uh, Intercontinental Championship run. I think he's doing great. As he says, he thinks he is the greatest Mysterio. He's the greatest Mysterio, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all times. So I'm gonna ride with it. I'm gonna roll with him on that. I thought this was a really good match. I thought this was a really good match. Dom says he is done with Penta. 3-0, 3-0. He beat him 3 times. He's done with Penta. And I'm like, sure, okay. Well, Penta got a brother. Don't worry. He'll come behind you. It's okay. It's fine. But Dominic got to deal with Fan and all about anyway, because Fan was not too quick to help him with winning this match and not being caught. So, but shout out to Dominic Mysterio. Let's move to the Gunta versus Pat McAfee match, which I did not understand why this was happening. I felt like this needed to be a smash. I think Brooke said it on the recap show. We talked about it. Brooke said they think that there should be a smash for Gunther to just come out there and beat up Pat McAfee and win and move on. And I thought it was going to be a quick match. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a quick match, but it was not. Pat McAfee gave everything in this match. He gave all. It was a couple of times Pat McAfee looked like he was about to win this match. Um, Gunther was rocking and reeling for a minute, but he would always come back. I don't know. I thought this match was better than I expected it to be. I didn't think I would really, you know, be into it, but I was kind of into it. Pat McAfee never gave up. He was in some holes. He was in sleeper holes. He was in, the clutch, the Boston grab, all these things. He was like Gunther was putting it on him, and he would never quit. He would never quit. We had Michael Cole interference because Michael Cole was like, "I'm tired of this. Just pin him already. Stop doing this." Um, he stopped doing this. Just pin him. He's down. Just pin him already. And Gunther will refuse to pin him. And Michael Cole gets involved. Gunther pulls him in. He's trying to get him. Um, Pat McAfee comes back and it's like, no, you're not gonna do that. So they're fighting some more. It was a lot. It was the story that was told in this match was very interesting. And I will say it was like Pat McAfee is a loyal friend to Michael Cole. He will never let anybody hurt his friend. He got his back to the end and he was not giving up or he go die trying. Like he was not going to give up on his friend. And so to see or to hear, well, not see here, but to see Pat McAfee going at it and fighting back, and it was a good story. It was good storytelling in this match, um, and Gunther was giving it all, and Pat McAfee was giving even more. And Gunther eventually ends up winning this match, like we all thought he should. It would look crazy for him to lose to Pat McAfee, but he won. But in the end, he gave Pat McAfee a little respect because Pat McAfee would not stay down. He would not quit. He would not give up. He was just like, I ain't no punk. I ain't no punk. You're not gonna just take me down. I'm not doing that. So he ended up giving Pat McAfee a little bit of a, you did that. I thought it was fine. It still isn't a match I would have booked, but the storytelling was great, and I think the storytelling had to be great in a match like this when nobody under the sun thought Pat McAfee was winning this match. Like if they would have made Pat McAfee win this match, we would have been like, "Now come on, now." Come on, this man was just a world heavyweight champion, and you finna say he gonna lose his next match to Pat McAfee? Come on now, like give me a break, give me a break. So, but no, Gunter did win this match. Good on him, as deserved. But Pat McAfee showed a really good side and showed that he wasn't just gonna lay down and die. He was gonna fight, and he's a fighter. And I think that was the story that they wanted to portray, that Pat McAfee is a fighter. So, job well done. Let's get to the main event of the night. John Cena versus Randy Orton. This was the match I was looking forward to the most because I wanted to see how good this match could be, because I feel like the match with Cody was a little slow between John and Cody because John was proving a point that he don't have to do nothing and he still go win. And he'll do whatever he has to do to win. This match I feel was different because John and Randy came into this business around the same time. They've been in it together. They went through so many battles together already. And now I feel like they're on like the same level. And I feel like this match, John had to prove who he is, and Randy needs to prove who he is. Like they still got it. Like I feel like they needed to prove that they still got it, and baby, they still had it because this match between this match and WrestleMania was night and day. It was like we were seeing the John Cena of old against the Randy Orton of old. Like this was such a good match to me. I enjoyed this from beginning to end. Um, like the move sets. They were doing their moves. They were, they know how to play to the crowd. They know how um to sell each other's moves and sell each other's things. And it was such a good thing. Like we saw a freaking AA into AARKO. Like what? What? An AARKO? Like who does who does that? Who does that? I thought it was so good to see that. So it was interesting to see. We saw attempted punts from both of them. Um, several AAs were given. AAs were given on tables by Randy Orton. Not John Cena. Randy Orton gave John Cena a on the table. Um, it was just maddening. And all this back and forth, the pins. Then the shenanigans started, but because referees were getting in the way. Referees were getting in the way. That's how I'm gonna look at it. Referees were getting in the way, even though, But referee will get the referee got knocked down. So of course John Cena was like, oh no, ref, I'm gonna go get the belt. Um, and try to hit him with it. He tries to hit him with the belt. Doesn't work at first, and Randy gets him and RKO's him and all these things, and then he chose the pin. There's no ref. Um, John goes for a pin. There's no ref. But then the ref comes quickly, sliding back in, and then they go out in the ring, and he gets pushed into the stairs. At some point, hits his head on the steel step, so he's out. And they just fighting. And so then another ref comes and he gets pushed into the corner and it, Randy's winning. He's like the crowd counts to 12 at one point because John Cena is knocked out. It's just so many things. So crazy. So they are going back and forth. The ref is down again. And all these officials started coming out, not refs, officials, Nick Aldis and them, and all the people in the back. They come back and they're trying to check on the referee to see if he's okay. And so then, of course, we get a RKO fest. Randy starts RKOing everybody, Nick Aldis and all the other officials. He just RKO, RKO, RKO. And then finally, he's about to go and punt John Cena. And who shows up but R-Truth? And he's like, don't do it, Randy. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't punt him. He's, blah, blah, blah. He's my childhood hero. Don't do that. Don't do it. And so he RKO's him and gets him out of the ring. And so that gives John Cena time to come and hit Randy with the belt and he AA's him and all that kind of stuff. And in the end, John Cena retains his championship. And honestly, y'all, all the foolishness aside, that was such a good match. All the shenanigans and the refs and the RKOs of the officials, all that aside, it was still a good match. It was night and day from WrestleMania, and I love that. I love that. But I really enjoyed this match too. I enjoyed this Backlash, and I didn't think I would. And I think it was because we had such low expectations that everybody just delivered. I know, but this was such a good match. I didn't really like the shenanigans in the end. Not a fan of the ending, but I understand it. It's fine. I don't know what this means because we did see in the press conference afterwards, John Cena interrupts Triple H and wants to address the press. And he's talking to the press, and R-Truth comes out, and he's like, "Hey, John, I just want you to know I got you. I support you, and I got you. I'm with you." even if they say you can't wrestle and all this other stuff. And John Cena was like, "You taking this too far wrong. You said one more thing, that's it." Like, and he says something else, and he picks him up and he AAs him through the table at the press conference. So I'm like, please don't make this a John Cena versus um our truth type of deal. Like, we don't need that. We honestly don't need that. I I would completely just I don't know. I don't know what this means. Is our truth going to heal? I don't I don't know. I don't know what any of this means, honestly. I don't know. I'm very confused. But whatever it is, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I really don't want to see R-Truth versus John Cena. I don't. I really don't. So we'll see what happens after all of that. But I really don't. I don't want to see John Cena versus R-Truth. I don't. I don't. I don't want to see that. But overall, though, I thought it was a good show. I'm not mad at it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it more than I thought. Um, I'm okay with the show overall, and I liked it. So that is that, y'all. I think that's all I got right now. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me, if you like the show, if you didn't like the show. Tell me either way. It would be fun to know how everybody thought about this show. Um, Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here because I got nothing else to say. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to spending your time with me. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so now. We really appreciate it. We're on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, so we really hope that you would just go ahead and subscribe. We really appreciate you. Um, Follow us here on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below. Click on them. Follow, subscribe to all of those channels. Follow us on our audio podcast links. Those links will be in the description below as well as our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Follow us there. We would love, love, love to have some social media engagement from you guys. So follow us on that as well. Get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. You can follow me on the socials as well. You see they're down there, and the my Instagram is right there. So follow me on all those platforms as well. And we'll get out of here. So cheers, y'all. Cheers.